afraid to heal. Oh my goodness, could you imagine the disposition of this woman? She's been bleeding for 12 long years. She has some womanly issues. As a matter of fact, her issue was so great that we never know her name. She's only identified by her gender and her issue. I don't know how many people I'm talking to in here, but you've been going through stuff so long that after a while, nobody sees you anymore. They just see you and your issue. Oh, here comes sister so-and-so. I wonder what she wants. Oh, here comes brother so-and-so. I wonder what he wants. Oh, my goodness, the caller ID. Oh, I don't want to answer the phone because they have an issue. I don't know about how many of you have an issue and you've been going through so long that people no longer see you. Or maybe you're on the other side of the coin, that somebody in your family, somebody at work has been going through, somebody at school has been going through so long that you no longer see them. You no longer see their personality. You no longer know their name. You just call them by their issue. And they see you coming. Oh, here comes the gangbanger. Oh, here comes the hoe. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I say that in here? I'm sorry. Here comes the slut. Here comes somebody else. Here comes the drunk. Oh, here comes the faggot. Here comes, because that's what people say, right? Oh, yeah. They say all those things, and of course they're hurtful. They're not politically correct. I teach against that in my diversity trainings, but it's what people say, right? And so now you're identified by your issue, and the bad thing about this is that we as humans cannot separate issues from people. Oh my gosh, that's why I love serving a God that we serve, because even though he may not like what I'm doing, he still sees me. And he separates me from my sin, separates me from my dilemma, separates me from what I'm going through. And he says, what you're going through does not define you. Oh yeah, we always call Thomas doubting Thomas, but it was a moment that helped him see that Jesus was in fact risen from the dead. God is telling me to tell you, stop tripping over your moment. A moment does not define you. A moment does not declare your personality. A moment does not declare your destiny. It was a moment, you slipped up, you're human, but God does not see you in the moment. He sees you in eternity. He sees you in eternity, Pastor. And so now we see here that this woman was ostracized from society. Could you imagine what they said as she was walking the streets? Back up. She's bleeding. Unclean. Coming through the town. She's been bleeding for a long time. What in your life are you bleeding from? What is it that you're going through that when you walk by people could stain them? Unclean. They're bleeding. Oh yeah, that's the reason why you dress the way you dress, because you're bleeding. That's the reason why you pick the people to be in relationships that you do, because you're bleeding. That's the reason why you come to church late and leave early, because you're bleeding. That's the reason why you keep on getting in situations time and time again, because you're bleeding and you can't stop the bleeding. I don't know about you, but I've been bleeding before, and nothing happened. Nothing that people did was stopping me from bleeding. It seemed that the more they tried to stop it, the more they put pressure on it, the more I started gushing out everywhere. And before I knew it, because folks couldn't handle my bleeding, they couldn't handle me, and so they put me away. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but somebody's put you away because they couldn't handle your issue. It's okay, because God can handle your issue. He can handle what you're going through. Nothing's too great, nothing too small. And let me put something on you, that God is not surprised by anything you're going through. He's not surprised by the struggle. He's not surprised by the fall. He's not surprised by the slip up. He's not surprised by it. As a matter of fact, he knew it and he factored it into your destiny. As a matter of fact, if you just stop beating yourself up time and time again, he will erase it and you'll be able to move on. And when you finally come to destiny, people will be saying, who are you? find you anymore. But God stopped that bleeding on the inside. Oh my God, oh my God. We see here in the text that this woman has to struggle now with risking her character to get to Jesus.